Welcome to the introduction to the student quiz activity on RWTHmoodle. This video will give you a concise overview of student quiz, its features, and a glimpse into the essential configuration options. Student quiz meets various educational needs, including: first, collaboration. Student quiz allows not only lecturers but also students to create quiz questions and collaboratively build a pool of questions. Second, gamification. Students earn points by creating and answering questions in student quiz, and they also rate each other's contributions. Highly rated answers contribute to a high score for the participants, which feeds into an anonymous ranking. This gamified approach boosts the learning motivation of the students. Third, constructivism. Creating questions is far more engaging for students than simply answering pre-made ones, thereby enhancing the learning process. Fourth, crowdsourcing. Continuous quality assurance and improvement of questions are facilitated through mutual evaluations and comments. Before students can begin creating and answering questions, you, as a manager, must add student quiz activity to the course room and set it up according to your needs. In the general section under Question Publishing, decide whether the question created by students are automatically visible and accessible to all students, or if they require prior manual approval by you. This latter option is particularly useful if you want to review and possibly adjust the question before they are made visible to the students. Please consider the following recommendations for question settings. All question types are enabled by default. Limit the available question types to a few that are particularly common or suitable to ease the student's orientation. The available question types in student quiz are the same as those used in the quiz activity. Before students create questions for the first time, demonstrate the selected question types and the process for creating them. Some question types, like multiple choice, may not be intuitively understandable. Leave the other settings in their default configuration and add the activity to the course room by clicking Save and Display. You and the students can now begin adding your own questions to the student quiz in the main view. Entered questions by you and the students are listed in the lower half of the view. Select and practice specific questions. You can either select all available questions by default or use the filters above the question overview to assemble a custom set of questions. In the question overview, you have several options. Use the checkboxes on the left to select the question you want to include in a quiz. You can choose different questions for each quiz attempt, and the number of attempts is unlimited. In the S column, you can adjust the status of each question. A new question is indicated by a rounded rectangle icon. You can mark questions as disapproved, approved, or changed, for example. Note that a question's status does not affect whether students can practice it or not. Rather, it influences whether the creator can modify the question later and the number of points they receive for it. If you wish to make a question invisible to students, in the column Actions, select the Hide option in the Edit menu. The difficulty column indicates the percentage of correct answers a question has received based on all attempts. The individual difficulty is represented by yellow flashes, while the blue background indicates the average difficulty based on all participants' answers. A higher value suggests a question is more challenging and less frequently answered correctly. Students rate all questions from 1 to 5 stars. The overall rating is calculated from the average of all ratings. Higher ratings result in more points on the ranking for the question's author. Yellow stars represent your own rating, while the blue background reflects the average rating of all members. On the right side, a ranking list is displayed to you and the students. This ranking is anonymous for students and is designed to provide motivation and competition. The ranking table is based on 5 criteria. You can define and adjust its score in the settings under Ranking Settings. These criteria include the number of correctly answered questions, the number of questions independently created, and their quality based on the ratings from other group members. Since StudentQuiz uses the same question types as in the regular quiz activity, questions from StudentQuiz can be transferred to the question bank in Quizzes and can be reused there as a regular quiz question. The possibility of this can serve as an additional motivational incentive for students to create their own questions. If you have any questions or require further assistance, please don't hesitate to contact the IT service desk. Thank you for watching this video. We hope this introduction has been informative and encourages you to fully engage with the StudentQuiz platform. Enjoy exploring and utilizing the interactive features of StudentQuiz to enhance your learning experience at RWTHmoodle.